It's good, what it should be. As you can hear, I got the news in the background. Uh, anyway, so yeah, I'm watching the news. What's current is the Queen of England, actually contracted COVID-19. I don't know that means they're gonna be a new queen because my bro, if she contracted COVID-19, she must be higher. She's like 1999, well, not 1999, but 99 years old, whatever the case may be. I know she old. She old as fuck. But anyway, she contracted COVID-19, so that's in the news. I just put it on, so I don't know what else is in the news. But anyway, that being said, how's everybody doing? I wonder if a new queen of England, if we're gonna, who's gonna be, if the queen must go, who's gonna be the new queen of England? And that's a question to need that we need an answer to because yeah, um, I wonder who, I don't know about much about history, but I wonder who gave us our independence from from Britain because we you do know we were a British colony prior to being a independent republic. But I think it would be. I think if Britain take us over again, now we're gonna be. We will. Our economy will be strong because we'll have pounds, one of the strongest currencies in the world. But we'll be under British rule. That'll be great because we don't need any passports and shit to go to Britain anymore. I guess. But anyway, that's just a thought. Use it. Don't use it. Anyway, how's it, my people? Sunday, 20th of February, 2022. The summer is coming to an abrupt end soon. 8 more days of summer. I just got a call from my daughter. Um, Cutest thing ever. Called me to ask me when I'm off again over the weekend. To tell me that we need to do something. So she said next weekend Sunday, we must do something and whatever it is she wants to do. Um, yeah. So next Sunday I have a date with my daughter. Otherwise, yeah, man, things are looking good. Things are looking fine. On the work front, I seem to be balancing the work out now properly. But I figured that some days are going to be worse than other days because of the fact that we Fibre is concerned, and yes, I'm not going to mention what company I'm working for, as I said prior, but maybe you know, and if because I don't want to, because I mean I don't want to be out here advertising for free. They need to pay me for the advertising. Um, because I'm not like other consumers, and that is something I wanted to speak about to people. Um, that don't see how they get misused by companies with the free advertising. As I see, a lot of people still don't know, but they got sneaky, man. Because okay, other than putting that, I think they should make it blank. But you see, when you buy these expensive phones and stuff, and that's something else I need to talk about. This, but it's people want me to keep it short, and it's a lot. It's a lengthy thing, man, and you can't put it in chapters because you're not gonna know which one is where. But first off, why do we need these phones? Have you seen the newer phones have 5 to 6 cameras? One camera was fine. Then they came out with phones with 2 cameras. I get it. 2 cameras that could do full HD videos, 4K videos, and I know because I had an LG G5 at the time, full 4K videos. I mean, quite. You don't even have 4K. Not the majority of you don't have 4K TVs in your house, but okay, your camera can record in 4K that you can't even open up on your laptop. You can watch it on your phone. You can't send it anywhere. You can't upload it to Instagram or whatever because it gets converted back into the small cuck, bruh. Do you think for a moment, if you record on your phone on full HD 1080p or you record it on 4K on your phone, yes, you can watch it on 4K on your phone, but 4K makes no sense on your phone because think about it. They did. It's not like the 4K on your phone anymore. Yeah, it's 4K, but you see, I don't want to get into the technicalities of it. But anyway, fuck it. Go read it up. Anyway, so now it doesn't play. And if you play it on your TV downscales it to 1080p if you have a 1080p TV. If when you get to 32 inch and those use are HD ready, it's not for HD ready because 32 inches is too small for HD panel for it to be native HD because all the pixels don't fit in there. So that's what they say HDR. So it gets downscaled from HD to HD to that on the HD ready panel. I think it's like 1366 by 768 or something like that. And then you know, uh, 4K content in from your phone will get downscaled on your TV if your TV if it otherwise it won't be compatible. So it will downscale it, convert it into a 1080p situation because it can't play the um, 2160 aspect ratio. But anyway, so now the new phones, there's two cameras was right. Then they came with three because you only need a close angle lens and then the wide angle lens for the wide angle shots if you have like want to get more detail in. So now I want to know why is there five lenses now? I don't. I skip four because from three and that don't make sense. The two was alright because you have like a 30 60 megapixel lens and a wide angle lens because that's how they basically tricked it into being sort of a SLR type situation. For those who didn't know, the SLR cameras that have the zoom out lenses. So basically, it's the glass lenses in the lens, and when it gets zoomed out, the it gets it then magnifies or what's the names the images. So all they done with the cameras are to get the zoom factor in. They put more than one camera so that the one camera has the zoom, the normal zoom, like this type zoom, and that is clear. And you always see that camera is clear as shit. Then the next camera, when you zoom, it actually switches over. Sometimes you can see it if you have the eye like I have with detail. You'll see when it switches over. It does it seamlessly, but you'll see there's like a glitch when it switches over from the one camera to the next when you're in the zoom. Sometimes it'll be marked there by the zoom thing when it ticks over, but it goes to the next camera, which then has a different lens in. Same thing when you zoom out in and out with the SLR camera lens. That lens will now have a different magnification. So will the third camera, the fourth camera, the fifth camera, and then you obviously have your wide angle lens, whatever the case may be. But yeah, why even have a camera? Because now the thing is, and you even if you could afford it, why, man? I was gonna say no, if you can afford it, fine, but it's not fine. It don't make sense. Like all you want to do is you're on a phone, you want to communicate with people, and you want WhatsApp. Everybody's WhatsApp is the same. It's not like you have a fucking different WhatsApp. If you have a fucking what's that guy's name? Mobicel of 800 rand and a Samsung fucking Note 77 of 20 250,000 rand. We do the same shit. If you chat to me and I send you, there's nothing special about your message. Your message still comes through to me. Yeah, maybe your photos are gonna be just, but bro, like nobody's gonna can notice the difference in the photos on the small screen. If we put it on a TVS, then you'll see. Oh shit! If once you load the photo, your camera's photo, you will only see like this. It will be like once I open the photo on like on my screen here, I only see your eye and I have to zoom out and then I'll be like, oh shit, this is a Musa picture. Like if I wanted to paste this picture on a billboard, maybe that's gonna work because it's natively that's that big. You don't have to blow it up and lose quality. But are we all fucking making billboards every day? No, we're not. Also, even if you send it to Instagram, most people are gonna fucking view it on a phone. Me and my Mobicel, the other man and his Mobicel is gonna open your fucking Instagram and see it on their screens. And guess what? It's been downscaled on there. You think they're going to fucking have how much server space do you think that Instagram has for your 4K fucking videos? If a 5 second, 10-second 4K video is 2 gig big, it gets fucking downscaled, bruh. You're not a videographer, but it needs all this motion stability cuck, and you know why you need the stability is because if somebody's gonna fucking walk with a camera, you're gonna hop, hop, hop. But most of these fucking people have stationary cameras like this, so if you ever stand in it, then that don't matter. Low light conditions, why the fuck would you want low light? Are you gonna sit in the dark and do your shit? You think this is fucking, what do you call that, the Blair Witch Project or something? No, fucking. So why pay? Why have a phone of 50 to 80 to 100,000 rand? It don't make fucking sense. Businessmen, no, it don't make fucking sense. Do you see business people? That was supposed to be for business, but business people don't even have phones to that magnitude unless the company bought it. Maybe because they have a deal with Samsung or some kind. But the company's not going to pay 80,000 rand for you for a phone. For what purpose? That's why they give you a laptop. So that's why you have a laptop. with you and your phone if they need to phone you. Like it's not like like same kak, my bro. You can have your yeah, these like speaker clarity and mic clarity and all that kind of kak on there. But with the kak network service we have, you're still gonna hear kak and you're still gonna break up regardless. Your phone can be out just if the network is kak is kak. So why bother? And then the other one is to use all this 5G technology and kak, make shit faster and faster and faster and the infrastructure. Why are they so eager to improve the technologies so fast? When the first generation came in 95, 94, 93, whenever, to the second generation, like in 98, 99, we got 3310s in for all 10 years on the second generation started around about 98, around about the but 2G wasn't even that great. It's a BH better. You got stereo because first generation was mono sound, second generation you just got stereo sound. And you could send SMSs with second gen. So 2G was when the SMS came in. In the beginning you could only phone. 2G came in, you could send SMSs. 3G came, wow, fast shit. That's when I was like invested in this technological shit. Shit, I could plug my phone into my PC. Then internet was faster on this over the cellular network because then your 56K cut was like, whoa. Then it was fascinating, but and the video calling and that kind of cut. But everybody never bought really into that at the time. You know, that was like 2005, 6, 7, 2004, 5, 6. So all 10 years after the first generation actually launched, they came out with the 3G situation and whatever. LTE 4G came not long after that. Oh, no, like actually a nice time after that, I think in 2010, 2010. Okay, yeah, so there is more or less a 10-year gap between the two. But I mean, 5G is not. Look, the fiber situation, that is fine. Having a fast fixed line, that is fine. And get everybody on the fixed line and get it high speed, or not high speed, but get them stable on the 2 meg or the 10 meg or the 20 meg lines. Because you're giving everybody standard 20 meg lines nowadays, which is great, but the stability of the line is where the problem lies. And then also the maintenance. But you see, that is the problem. When there's problems and maintenance, people need to understand. And here's what I need you to know about. For those of you that do work from home still, because we have to return to office, so I have like completely. Most people return to office. The COVID scare is over. Not scare, but the COVID thing seems to not be as uh, rife as it was. Even though I still see there are numbers coming in, but for those of you that are working from home, the companies decided, we can save on a lot more way having an office, and they decided no fuck this office space shit. They can keep the office, and then whoever owned the building decided to make it into flats for people to live in rather and have their monthly income that way. But for those that opted to, we're going to actually recruit people and have them work from home because it's easier. Give them a laptop, once off, pay that, pay for the internet bill of 400 rand per month, minimum. Bob's your uncle. They can work from home. But now, us as the provider, service providers, and that's why I said I don't want to mention a name because I want it to be across the board because everybody has the same problem. People call in every time, all the time, saying, I should have stayed with my provider. I went from that provider to you guys because I thought you guys were the best and all this kind of stuff. But yeah. I'm a new customer and now I'm having this problem with you guys as well. Now, let me news flash you for something, okay? If you had that problem with your previous provider, then obviously when you quit with that provider and you start with us, you're going to have the same fucking problem. Here's why. You still have the same line provider. And the problem is with the line, not with the service provider. Not always, sometimes even with the service provider, there are different problems that arise in different situations. But if you have a problem with your current provider and you say, and it cannot be fixed, and they say, no, they may have to send out the bitstream provider A or B or C, and then but every time when they come out and there's a problem and yeah, too long and they're too short, then there's something wrong with your line. Now, if there's something wrong with your line and you change providers, you leaving the one provider with a bitterness on your tongue. You starting with the other provider with bitterness on your tongue. We don't know. Even if you leave from us to another provider, and you having problems here. Now, they leave with a problem. Then just cancel this thing. I need my internet up now. You can't get it up. Hmm. I just want to leave. Cancel, we'll cancel. Are you sure, sir? You cancel. Now we're not gonna send anybody out. You want to cancel? You're not saying look send somebody out to come fix this, and then I want to cancel, or then I'm canceling or whatever. You just say no, cancel me now. Okay, I want to cancel now. I don't have time for this guy. Pause right there. Why do you think that threatening people or threatening us with cancellation is gonna make it better immediately? Yes, because we don't lose your business. Some of you people even go out blatantly saying, "Yeah, yeah, I've signed up now. You don't want to worry about me and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, you know, take my money every month and look. And yeah, you said the fiber is going to be reliable, and this fiber has been so unreliable. I could have stayed with my LTE or myself with my SIM card situation rather, and then I wouldn't have been in this mess. You're absolutely right. Maybe you wouldn't have been in this mess. But here's the thing: fact of life, people. Fact of life. Let me drop this fact of life on you quickly. Number one, nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing in life is reliable. Nothing. If you bought into something with a promise of reliability, first off, whenever you see someone advertise something or says, I'm reliable, or my product is the most reliable, and it won't fail on you, right there, that's a cuck product. Don't buy it, they're lying. Outright, they're lying. Nothing and no one, there's nothing reliable in this life. If you buy a product and it's reliable and it then kudos to you, you use it as intended, and you just didn't get a product that was faulty due to manufacturing defect or whatever. However, some people just get the short end of the stick, and the product they have is either not as robust in quality as what you got, or they just using it wrong, and then they have the nerve to complain. And that's what people do. They fuck stuff up themselves. And then they want to say, nah, this product is in my cock, man. This thing said yeah, it said yeah. I got it last week, and then we just had one bri, and then the thing was fucked up. But because they don't use it, number one, the way it was intended, maybe, yeah, they just use it fucked up. A lot of people do that. And then there's people that just got maybe defective product, unfortunately. Some people get two or three. That one consumer unfortunately got two or three products that's defective. Murphy's Law. Then they just go on around. It's some cuck product, man. But anyway, so number one, the reliability of a product. Now, here's the thing. Myself, I work from home, right? I have fiber at home. A few times that there came that there was an issue with the fiber. Either they were building on the infrastructure. The area here behind us, they had to change the infrastructure from aerial to a trench, from a trench to an aerial system. That people was without internet for a month. When they expand on the internet, when they add more areas into the internet. Now you need to know that when you look at getting your fiber and you see the coverage map, you'll see maybe your area has fiber, but the area like 2 streets away or across the main road, they don't have fiber. So now they're gonna roll out fiber on that side. Now it's the same provider providing you that's going to know that in that time you're gonna get fucked somewhere because they need to patch it in somehow, or somehow there's gonna be some sort of disconnect for you, some because of the works happening on that side. So no, that's gonna happen. Number one. Number two is load shedding. Now know that the signal for the fiber where it's coming from now, wherever it terminates, comes from whatever servers, whatever you getting your where your provider is. The fiber it's not strong enough to the signal's not strong enough to reach the distance over it. It's like say it has like a kilometer or 10 kilometer distance where you can get it. So periodically there is repeaters every kilometer, every 500 meters so per se. That's why you see these manhole covers, the manholes in there. The repeaters are in there, and these repeaters have a power source, and the power source is to help repeat and boost the signal, because up to that point the signal is best, and then from there it will boost the signal up to the next point and the following point and the following point, which then splits off into points. So from here it gets repeated there, and then from there it gets repeated to whoever it comes to your house into the fiber box. And that's why they must come and look at the signal when they come and check to see, okay, you either your receiving signal is weak, or your transmission signal is weak or whatever, and that's why you're not getting connection. But that being said, so all those factors. So, but with load shedding coming, those things get recharged. So when the power trips, it goes into the onto the backup power system. The batteries run out. It's not made to run on the backup system all the time. So if we have load shedding 2 times a day, 3 times a day for a week, the batteries get fucked up. So now after the load shedding is completed, there's some problem with the fiber because the batteries got burnt out, whatever. They need to go and replace it, need to go and fix it. You're going to be without. When this maintenance being done, you're going to be without. So at no point, there's no point in you calling your service provider, threatening them with, I'm going, just cancel my fiber, please. Then, because they're still busy with maintenance, you offline totally, sir and madam. You go to your new provider. Now you want to tell your new provider, well, now I'm having problems with you guys. I mean, you said it takes 24 hours. No, the line must be released there because now they still seeing the line is not released because the line is dead. It hasn't been updated yet, right? So they still, so now you calling us, yeah, why didn't you call your new provider? Why didn't you release the line? Said that they couldn't. They didn't release the line. They released the line, or you didn't release your line, and then they call me up and you say me, me. I called my provider and they said they released the line, but it's not. So it still shows so unreleased. But anyway, fuck it. Sorry, man. I was name drop there. Anyway, fuck it. So yeah, so you need to fucking understand these dynamics. So there's nothing that's reliable. There's maintenance need to be done. There's breakages. You're gonna be offline. Sometimes for an hour, sometimes for 10 minutes, sometimes for a month, sometimes for 2 months. Depending. Now here's something else I'm gonna tell you, and don't crucify me for it. I'm speaking from a personal, you know, you have a contingent, and here's another thing. I'm going to explain something. The second part is your contention ratio. You need to read your terms and conditions before you have fiber put in your house. You also need to read up on your provider and what most providers have a contention ratio of 1 to 50, which means there's a split of 1 to 50 on the fiber line. So they have a single node fiber coming from single node fiber coming to your area, and from there 50 customers is branched off that. So now that is a gigabit fiber. Gigabit being 1,000 megabits per second, right? Am I right? Yeah, 1,000 megabits per second. Now, 50 people is on the line. So if that 50 people each have a 20 meg line, right? Then you do the math, right? So um, let's say of the 50, everybody have a 20 meg line. Now that's exactly 20 meg per second per person. If there's a gigabit, if it's a yeah, a gigabit per second fiber node. So 50 people, 20 meg per second for that 50 people is basically what you're gonna get is 20 meg per second. Now, if you sign up for a 200 meg line, you can sign up for it. Now you phone your provider to say, "Ah, that's not right. I'm only getting 20 meg per second, and I'm paying for a 200 meg per second line." Now we tell you, ma'am, sir, send us. You need to send us speed test, 3 speed tests, but you must take it at different times of the day. We'll see it. You have to take one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the evening, over 3 days. Now you get morning. Now you do it morning, maybe 7 o'clock. Remember, businesses are closed. Your neighbors are busy leaving to work, so nobody's on the internet. Now you get your 200 meg per second. The reason for that is, remember, I said there's 50 people on that line, on that gigabit line. Now, all 50 of you, or all 50 residents are not on the internet. So now you're getting more than your 20 meg per second. You're now getting your 200 because 10 of those people are not online. So there's that bandwidth available. So now you can use all that whole 200 bandwidth because that's what you signed up for. You're getting your 200. But now you're saying, no, but why am I getting 200? And in the afternoon, but when I go home and not, I'm trying to watch my Netflix, then we're buffering. because there's only, and if we do a speed test, is we only getting like 5 meg per second. That's preposterous, ma'am. If prime time is between 5 and 8, so the reason why that is because all 50 people they're all streaming the line at the time, right? So 20 meg per second is what you're gonna get because everybody's using it and everybody is using it to the full capacity. Whatever is available to you at the time, you'll get. But say everyone is using it, school or Ramaphosa is talking, and everybody's using all the bandwidth on all the TVs in the house. All right, so you get your 20 meg per second. But now in your house, your son is playing PS5 online and he's getting a cuck latency. Your husband is streaming his porn in the bathroom. Everybody else. So you're going to get 5 meg per second because now your 20 meg per second gets split between the devices that's connected to the router as well. Your phones is doing their backups or your phones is doing their downloads in the background. You get your 20 meg per second. Now, often there's nobody at home. Everybody's, so you get your 200 meg per second line. What will then happen is when they see, if everyone have a 20 meg per second and you have a 200 meg, you obviously will get your 200 meg because, as life may have it, everybody is not going to use all their bandwidth at the same time. It's highly unlikely. But then eventually, when people start using the internet more, that's when companies will decide, okay, we see the demand for this 200 meg line is very high here, so we're gonna up that single node fiber from a gigabit line to a 2 gigabit line because it's not just because you're the only one that have a 200 meg line and you're the only one struggling out of the 50. But if say 10 people want to now sign up for 200 meg per second and now they have a problem, they'll up it now to a 2 gigabit per second line because there's now 2 gigabits per second demand on that line because it's 10 customers for 200 meg and then there's the other 20 meg per second. But you get what I'm saying. Math, basic math. Um, that being said, that's that. Now, one of you, what you experiencing a problem at your premises, they fix it. Someone comes out, they fix it, or your line is just dead. Now, how they fix it is when your fiber gets installed, you get installed with two fibers. Right, one is there for as a backup. In the event, you'll see if you don't go open the box outside, but in the box outside is one unplugged fiber that is for if a problem does come with that. Where that fiber line breaks. There's a break in that fiber line outside to going to the curb to the road, and they plug it in. Then they plug it into the other fiber, the backup one. There it works. Bingo. But now, for some odd reason, both is broken. What now needs to happen is they need to dig up that whole from there where your box is to the road, there where the main vein is, to test it. So now they test it with a LTD, RTD, PP, whatever test them. They see it, but the break is somewhere in the road. Quite, they must dig up that whole curb, everything. But they're not going to do that because one customer is a loss of 499 per month. They'll take that loss rather. Whether you cancel, you can go to another provider, pay them, waste your money with that provider. They also can't get you up, but you already paid them. They're not going to refund you, so you're going to waste your money. So in such instances, I have a backup work job. The work gave me a dongle with an LTE SIM card, which I can use in terms of when there is outages, when outages does arise. And that is the advice I can give you. We're going into half an hour. I thought this was going to be a short video, but anyway. And that is my advice to you, to get a second backup device like a small LTE router, just whatever, like the work gave me. I haven't had an outage. I only had one or two where I was off for a day, a couple of hours here and there, once or twice. Some people never ever experienced an outage when they call us the first time. They chilled about it. Some people just have that bad luck where they just have that fucked up line. And those are the people they're calling every day, and I apologize to them all the time. But it's just that there's a problem with the specific line, and for them to fix that problem might mean to dig up everything, not just from that's coming into your yard or to your house, but it's in the road and the civils that goes with it. They have to now again contact the municipality as a until there's more people that experience the problem, and until it's a major issue, or until they have to add other areas or whatever, and they're gonna dig it up, they'll come and fix it. But for now, they're not gonna fix it. If you have that problematic line, then just know you're stuck with it. So yeah, so know that having a backup always is not is unwise for you to rely on your internet just purely based on the reliability aspect. And what I need you to also understand is I read your terms and conditions, because a lot of you don't read the terms and conditions. You just sign up, I need five, I need a day, and the terms and conditions states that is a best effort service, and we're making the best effort to get you there. But if we don't get it by the end of business, we may not be safe it. So read those terms and conditions. Because like right now, this is my best effort I'm making. If you don't like this video, then I made my best effort. You know what I'm saying? I can't even remember what this video started out to be. What was it supposed to be? Oh, yeah, the news. The Queen of England, that what's her name, that got COVID. And with the next queen, if they're going to be a new queen, if we're going to be back to a British colony, I wouldn't know. Anyway, this is half an hour already, and I don't even think people's going to listen to it for 15 minutes. But if you do get this far, thanks, man. Even upload this motherfucker. But yeah, we talking safe.